learn how to make a sandwich board today. And if you have no idea what a sandwich board is, they're the really cute little triangle pyramid shaped chalkboards. And they're great for so many different things. Let's get started. So on the sandwich board, this is kind of, I've slightly started a little bit just so sake of time and so you guys don't have to watch all the in-betweens. But this is what I'm talking about right here. So whenever you have a gathering or maybe you want to say the dinner menu for the week or the kids' chores listed out and you want to do it in a really cute way, this is an inexpensive, really cute way, and these retail, I've seen them up to $60. So you can make this less than 10 bucks and maybe even less than that, and they're really, really easy too. So what I have here are some old cabinet doors. We actually have stacks and stacks of these because we also have a trim shop here at Reclaim Morehouse, and if cabinet doors are ever made the wrong size, they get to go in this lovely little pile, and we get to come up with all kinds of fun craft ideas to do with them and repurpose them. So that's what we have here, but you don't have to have a cabinet door. You can just use a wood slab, which if you don't have access to tools, if you go to any hardware store, Lowe's and Home Depot, I know both will cut wood pieces for you, and they also have a little like a crafting section in the wood department that already has pre-cut pieces of wood for you. So, okay, let me tell you what all you're gonna need for this. 2 pieces of wood. Now you can make this however big you want. We have had really, really large ones, 2 foot wide, 4 foot tall at the store. And then we can also do countertop high ones, which these are, this size right here is probably about 18 inches tall and 12 inches wide. This would be really great for putting on your table, putting on your island, something like that. If you're displaying maybe with food or birthday party, this would be a good size for that. But you can make a really, really big one, put it on the ground, maybe outside your door, your front porch, back porch, and all you're gonna need is 2 pieces of wood cut to the same size. This right here you can get at your hardware store. Because mine isn't very wide, I have chosen the 3-inch wide hinges. So let me show you what the package looks like. They look like this. Can you both see that? 3-inch wide hinge. So when you take it out of the package, it looks like this. And you're gonna put this up at the top of your cabinet door right here. So I've just lined up the top of the hinge on both cabinet doors, so that way when you close it, this top part of the hinge should be above your door. So if you, or your piece of wood. So if you put that lower than that, you're gonna have a problem. It's not going to close correctly. So make sure your hinge is above your door here and it's lined up well with your door there. So I have 2 more screws to put in. You will need a drill, or you're gonna just be, using that screwdriver and having a really sore tricep and shoulder, and you'll have to get a massage like I had to this morning because I'm old. Okay, so I had obviously already done the others. So now, here we are, we're all secure. What else you're going to need, which you do not have to have, you can go the cheap route and really just use some twine or some old string that you have. I had purchased the single jack chain, which you can also just get at the hardware store. And it comes in a big, like a big section of it. This was 15 foot. You really don't need this much because you're really not needing a lot here. We're talking about 8 inches or so. And so you could use your twine, you could use some string that you already have, and you're gonna need 2 small screws right here, okay? And we're gonna screw one in. I went about 14 inches or so down on the side here. You can see that. And I went ahead and screwed in one of these screws into the loop of the chain. And so the other side, you're just gonna measure down the same. So the same from the top down towards the middle lower half. This is not exact. You can really get by with whatever feels right, looks right to you here. It's going to work all the same. So we're going to put this right through here. Okay. Easy, easy. See, so now this is keeping our sandwich board from just flopping open and hitting that table. Just took this. So this is where I'm saying you could use a piece of string or twine and not have to buy this chain if you don't want to, and it makes it even less expensive to do so. So really the cost you have, if you have to purchase wood, you'd have a little bit of cost there, and then you have cost in the hinge. Other than that, so far, that's the only thing you're buying. Now, in order to turn this into a chalkboard, I have here, now you can get this a couple of different ways. This is Krylon chalkboard spray paint. Looks like that. Now we got this at Hobby Lobby for $9. You can also get this at the hardware store. I like the spray paint version because I like anything that is quick and easy. But I also know that we can get this in a paintbrush, just a liquid paint. And so sometimes that's even easier because you don't have to tape anything off, which I really hate taping anything off. But so that's what we have here is some painter's tape. And if you don't want to have this decorative edge here, I'm going to leave this edge white just because it was quick and easy. Obviously already painted white from maybe some cabinets they were supposed to go on, but if you don't care about having this border around yours, you could just spray paint the whole thing with chalkboard paint, and then this step is completely gone. So we're gonna get this going. When I am taping things off and I need to get that crisp edge, especially like in the corners, I actually tear my tape at a triangle in the corner right here. Can you see that? And so that gives us that nice little point here. Ooh. Okay, so we're gonna put this up in the corner. Okay, and I don't go all the way down. Obviously, you're not gonna tear it perfectly this first time. So I got it really good in that corner, and then I'm gonna tear a smaller piece for the other corner. And that way, and tear my little corner piece off here. And that way I can get in each corner really well, and you're not gonna overspray. And then be so upset because now you've got to paint the outside, and then you got to paint the inside, and then you got to paint the outside, and it's a vicious cycle. Okay, and then so I'm actually just, so you guys don't have to watch me do this whole time, I'm just going to spray this one side so that you can kind of see what it looks like when you're spraying. Just in case you've never dealt with spray paint, or maybe you haven't sprayed chalk paint before. It's not really much different than any other spray paint. It's gonna come out all the same. Kind of some important things to know about spray painting. If you are unfamiliar, you wanna make sure you don't keep it in one spot as you're painting. If you do that, you will have a collection of paint that will gather up. You'll have runs, it'll be icky, gross, and then you'll be asking me, do I sand this spot down? How do I get that evened out with the rest? And the answer there is yes. If you do end up with a run, which is a collection of paint, and it looks like it's dripping, you can just sand that down and then just do another good coat over it, and it will all blend up and be nice. Okay, so here, just so you don't have to wait for me to tape the other side, this is what this looks like now. And just because I'm gonna spray it, it'd be easier for me to spray at this angle than it would be back on myself, and then we'll be putting that in the bloopers. because I'll end up with spray paint all over me. This will have quite a bit of fumes, just like any spray paint would, so you probably would want to do this outside, maybe not in your house. The garage would probably be good. Something else to know on spray painting, if you do this outside, you're going to need a wind block because that wind's going to come through, and especially if you're in Oklahoma, it's going to catch that mist and you're going to end up with spray paint everywhere but on the project that you want it on. So, okay, if I can get the lid off, pinch and pull. There we go. Okay, I haven't used this can before, so it's a great idea if you can to do a little test spray just to make sure that your nozzle isn't clogged and you don't end up with a big mess all over your project and then you're really upset. So go ahead and give this, I'm gonna clip this off, a little test spray. Okay, just make sure that it came out great, and it did. Okay, let's see what it does. I'm a little nervous here because I should have, with this being white, let me back it up a step here. We don't want to get this on our outside frame here. So see how this was still exposed, and I was going to spray here, and if I was to have done that, my overspray would have got on this part too. So you want to cover all of this up as much as you can. You don't want to get your overspray on there and then be all upset. Okay. So just as easy as some newspaper, old paper, whatever paper. Okay, there we are. So now, see, you're completely covered, but the area down here where we're going to spray. No, we're not. I need more paper. I'm gonna get this together, guys. One sec. Hold on. Didn't do the sides. Okay. There's that one. And this one. And this one. Okay. Now we're ready to spray. See, you guys see how impatient I am? This is what I do. I'm just not super patient. It's why I don't wear gloves. It's why I don't wear glasses. It's why I still have my good clothes on. I didn't get my paint clothes on. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna shake this. I'm sure the directions say 3 to 5 minutes. This goes in with me being impatient, as I did not pre-shake, but we've tested it. It's not goopy, it's not gloppy, it's not coming out in gross little spurts there. So we're good to go. So we're gonna do even sweeping motions of this paint, and that's gonna keep us from having any single glob on here. Okay, so let me kind of show you what this looks like now. How easy is that? So spray paint doesn't take long to dry. Once this is dry, and here I'm going to just go ahead and pull this just so you can see how cute it's going to be. You can envision when it's all done. Should not have done that. So this is what just happened. Normally, you would wait for your chalk paint to be all dry and everything's great, and then you would go and pull your tape. Well, because I wanted to show you what it looked like, I pulled my tape across my chalk paint. But you'll get the gist. Here, we'll just go ahead and show. This is what it's gonna look like here, minus this little mess up down here. And so this is gonna be great. Here, oh, and I'm showing you upside down. How about that? Okay, let's open it up. Okay, so this right here, we're basically done. You can get the idea of what this looks like. It'll be so, so cute. If you have a party or you, again, want to put that chore list up or the recipe, which if Brayden is on here, he calls me every single day at 4 o'clock to ask me what's for dinner. And if I would just be really diligent about this, I could have it here, and that would relieve my 4 o'clock phone call every day to ask me what's for dinner. But other ideas, any sort of entertaining, this would be really great for. If you guys have questions or not quite sure what I did or I went too fast on something, just throw them up or shoot us a direct message and we will gladly get back to you and answer those. And yeah, this is definitely less than $10. No reason to go and spend retail on that. It's super easy, something you can do. That took us, what, not even 10 minutes to do. So less than $10 and less than 10-minute project right there.